Hello, I personally call this Masa or Waina Pro Mass. You want to know why? Okay, this is the sweetest coconut flavored masa you can ever try. So relax as I show you how to make this masa in a simple way. Take out half cup of the masa rice, wash it thoroughly and place in a pot. Cover this and allow it to cook very well. Let it cook completely. So while it cooks, you go ahead to wash the masa rice that you have soaked. So this masa rice is different from the normal rice we use. So it's the white short grain rice. So in the northern part of Nigeria, you can buy it as tuwon shinkafa or tuwon rice. So you have to soak this rice overnight or for up to like 12 hours or 10 hours depending. So after that, you go ahead and wash this rice thoroughly. As you can see, I washed it for up to 3 times to 4 times until the water becomes clear. So once the water becomes clear, you will go ahead to blend this masa rice. For this recipe, I used 2 cups of the masa rice. So you add the washed rice inside the blender and add just 1.5 cup of water, then add half cup of sugar, add 1 teaspoon of coconut flavor, 1 teaspoon of salt and 1/8 cup of the cooked rice, and you blend everything together. Now you go ahead and add just 1 teaspoon of yeast, instant dry yeast. Blend everything thoroughly, ensure that it is well blended. Then pour this into a container or into a bowl. You are going to cover this and allow it to proof or rest or rise for up to 1 hour to 1 hour 30 minutes depending. One thing you should not do is make sure you don't add too much of water while you blend your masa, and make sure you don't add too much of yeast, else you will run your batter, honestly. So now is 1 hour and our masa has proven. As you can see, just look at that. Oh just look how beautiful that is. So we are ready to fry this masa. Before frying, ensure you stir the masa very well. Then place your masa pan on heat and then add in some vegetable oil in each of the masa pan holes. So you just make sure you spread out this vegetable oil to touch every part of the hole before placing in your batter, and make sure you don't put too much oil inside. The next thing is to scoop in your masa into the hole, or your waina rice into the hole. So allow it to fry for some seconds or a minute or so. So in a minute it should be supposed to be ready. Then you gradually turn it over so that the top part will also fry. I usually have little challenge turning this, as in to get it that right. I think I need to grow in making this, as in turning this, honestly. But anyway, the main thing there is just make sure you turn it however you can turn it well, so that the top part will go deep. So once the top part that you've turned under browns as well, that means it's ready and you just take it out. Also, before you put in the second batter, you go ahead and make the first thing you did before, adding some oil into the pan before scooping in the second batter. I don't mind the color of my masa pan. I have been using it for a long time and the color changed due to the oil that I have been using for it. Yeah, so I guess the oil in that was much, so I had to reduce it. Then I went ahead to pour in the butter again into each of these pan hole and then allow it to fry. Yeah, you may be wondering, why didn't I, or why am I not using the other two holes? Yeah, I'm not using them because the heat is not getting to those area. So if I put it there and the heat is not getting to them, it's not going to cook well. So the master also needs a good amount of heat, yeah, for it to cook very well. Look at that. So it needs a good amount of heat for it to also cook very well. So whenever you are making it, ensure that the heat is enough for the masa to fry, okay, because if the heat is not much or it's not enough, it's not going to fry so well. If you buy this masa pan for the first time, you have to put some oil and water in the masa pan, then place it on heat and allow it to boil until the oil and the water dries out. Yes, this is a way of preparing the pan before use. If not, it's not going to work out. And lastly, I noticed something. It seems that at the initial times I've been putting too much of butter in each of the holes, and I think for me not to have runny or runoff butter, I have to put little butter in each of the holes, I think, and that's it. So that's my masa. I'm done frying, and you can see how fluffy it is inside. When you are done frying, it may seem that the masa is just light, but with time, as it gets cool, it starts gaining weight and it gets that kind of taste and whatever. The taste comes out more. Okay, so if this recipe has helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Drop your comment in the comment section. I'll be ready to attend to each of your comments. Okay, so thank you for watching this my video, and see you in my next video. Bye bye. Let me go and enjoy my masa.